And salutations, I'm Gil.
And I'm Gil, and this is Strategic Prepper.
Good morning, Strategic Prepper community. Actually, I guess it's good evening. This comes on at 5 p.m., but it's morning right now. And I just came inside from walking the perimeter, and I wanted to talk to you guys about your batteries during SHTF, during a grid down situation. We all know as preppers, one of the most basic items is having batteries for the flashlights, batteries for the radios, batteries for a number of different items that we've got. And I want to talk a little bit about batteries because I'm wondering, has this ever happened to you guys? Look at that. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Has that ever happened to you? That has happened to me. Okay, so let's talk about batteries and battery storage. And I'm going to talk about a couple different chargers as well. And staying to the end, I'm going to share with you a nice little adapter. We'll call it an adapter that I've got here. And that will help us be more versatile. I'll share that near the end if you hang on. But the first thing on storage. There's a number of different ways. Yes, in the package, obviously, this did not work for me. I'm leaking all over the place, both sides. There may be some that I can salvage from here. I'm going to have to open this up. And let me change this a little bit here. I'm going to have to open this up and see if I can save any of those. So that's not the only way I have to store my batteries, though. But that's quite disappointing. I just saw that yesterday. I was bummed. I have been using these plastic containers for years, and the problem is I had the same thing happen with these. Is the problem with the containers? Is the problem with the packages? Well, I did some tests before I found this package. I did some tests on these and found out actually these are quite fine. The problem is, what do y'all think? Comments. The problem is humidity. I had too much humidity. So heat, freezing temperatures and humidity will kill you. So you got to control the humidity even in these. And so I'm going to make a change. Actually, I do have little dehumidifying packets. What do they call that? Silica gel. And so I'm going to start storing my batteries in a lower humidity environment. The thing is that I expect to rotate my batteries. I do all the time. So when batteries go out, I come to my battery supply. I don't have an emergency supply that just sits on the shelf for SHTF. I have a big supply that I rotate through, and hopefully it will be there for SHTF because, well, I have a bunch. And so I need to have them accessible. That's why I like these packets. I can open up... Let me show you. I can open up one of these, which I have quite a few. I love the Costco packaging, real big packets. This is guaranteed for 10 years. And I don't think that one made it there. But when I open that package up, then I move them to these packages. And the thing is, I have to control the humidity. Temperature also. There are some myths out there that store them in the freezers best. Do not store your batteries. You're talking alkaline, dry cell batteries. Do not store them in the freezers. That is not good. So cool, but not cold temperatures. And actually, any temperatures below 70 is fine for these batteries. I mean, think about it. They keep them in the dang markets, stores at room temperature. That is perfectly okay for these batteries. You don't want to get them hot. That's part of my problem too. As you guys know, I just moved last year, moved to my homestead, and I tell you what, finding storage was such a huge challenge that I did have to put a bunch of stuff in non-climate controlled, and I tried to be careful, and apparently my big bin of batteries was not one of those that was protected. I think it was not protected. I don't remember which one, but anyway, doesn't matter. They're gone. They're in the garbage. So I'm going to have to redouble my efforts to control the humidity, and but I will use more of these. They come in different sizes. This is it for D cells. and this is C's, and so that's one thing I want to share with you. But every good prepper should have rechargeables. So before I get into the rechargeables, just in case you're wondering what batteries I have, I've got the standards. I have your AA, your AAA, AAA, AA. What the heck is a single A? I've never heard of a single A or a B. Well, anyone know where these letters come from? I don't know. They have to come from somewhere. But I have C's, D's. So AA, AAA, C's, D's, 9 volts, 1, 2, 3s. Then I've got those special coin-like batteries. I've got things like a scope and some binoculars that use them. So I've got some of those. I don't even know what you call those coin-type ones. But I've got a reserve of those. And except for the coin, I've got rechargeables for everything. I've got rechargeable 1, 2, 3s. Absolutely. And yeah, look at that. Radio Shack. And with the rechargeables, and there's my Radio Shack charger. And one thing as preppers, we need to always keep an eye on good deals. And Junior and I hit the Radio Shack a bunch of years back when they were going out of business, and things were 70 to 90% off, and we went and filled up the truck and went back the next day, and there was still more stuff, and filled it up again. And so we've got batteries and emergency radios and wires, and my only regret was I wish I had gotten even more. But hey, we got a lot of stuff, a lot of rechargeable batteries for really a dime on the dollar. And so we have some of those. We've got different chargers for different size batteries. And one thing that we do have, and I think that every prepper ought to have, is some type of recharging, off-grid recharge. This is my solar recharger. You've got the solar panel up front. You open up the back, and you put the batteries in the back, and it gets 9 volts. As well as the others. And yeah, you do have to hit the selector button for the 1.5 volts or the 9 volts. So we need options. And yes, I could use my solar panels and charge a battery and run my inverter and run these others as well. But just a note, every good prepper should have a solar charger in an EMP bag, just in case. All right, so one thing I want to share with you. What if you run out of your size batteries? Well, I have got these spacers. This is an Ebl Spacer. What this is it fits over this particular one. Where's the camera here? This one fits over a AA, and I can use a AA for a size C battery. And I've got different sizes on each of these. So having batteries is good. Having alternatives is better. And so that is something that I would suggest that everyone have. We all need batteries. We need different sizes of batteries. So double check how you're maintaining those batteries. Make sure you're keeping that humidity down. Temperature should be room temperature. Make sure you've got a stock rotation. They have a shelf life. These Duracells are 10 years. They do have a shelf life. Make sure you do have some rechargeables. No matter what happens, at some point, just like with your stored food, your stored batteries will run out. And so you need some type of alternative. And that's why I like the hand crank emergency radios, because you just create your own electricity and store it within the radios. Because at some point batteries will run out, and then you'll be relying on rechargers. And so you want to make sure you've got a rechargeable battery, and a couple of methods to recharge as well. And I love those spacers, because if I run out of one type of battery, I can use another type of battery to supplement that, and I am not high and dry. All right, so I just wanted to share some battery ideas with you, and thought it was important when I looked at this package, and the whole package. I'm looking at the whole dang package shot. that's not supposed to happen, but it did. So that prompted me and said, hey, I'll share with the rest of the community here on batteries. And so hopefully we can all learn something. And like I said, double check our batteries, look, and all right. We'll come back to you again with more info on other prepping topics. And please share, please like, etc. And stay safe and stay prepared.